Welcome, architects. When we talk about ultra-scalable systems, we often focus on network throughput or database IOPS. However, the true bottleneck for high-frequency trading and real-time microservices often lies within the CPU itself. Task latency is heavily dictated by cache hit rates. Every time a scheduler moves a thread from one core to another, it incurs a massive penalty. We are talking about the difference between a 1 nanosecond L1 access and a 100 nanosecond trip to main memory. Today, we dive into how we can control the scheduler to preserve cache locality, minimizing the cold start effect for critical tasks. We will analyze the hardware-software interface and how cache-aware scheduling can drop your P99 latency significantly by preventing cache pollution and unnecessary migrations. To optimize scheduling, we must respect the physical hierarchy of the modern processor. Most server-grade CPUs utilize a three-tier cache system. L1 and L2 are typically private to each core, while L3, or the last-level cache, is shared across a cluster of cores. If our scheduler is cache oblivious, it might migrate a high-priority thread from core 0 to core 8, effectively flushing the 256 kilobyte L2 cache and forcing a reload from L3 or RAM. Our goal is to maintain core affinity so that the data needed for execution remains in the closest possible proximity to the execution units. Temporal and spatial locality are the pillars of performance. Temporal locality assumes that if a memory location is accessed, it will likely be accessed again soon. Spatial locality assumes that nearby memory addresses will be needed shortly. When a scheduler preempts a task, the incoming noisy neighbor can overwrite these cached lines. By the time the original task resumes, its working set is gone. In high-throughput environments, this cache thrashing can lead to jitter. We use tools like perf to measure cache miss ratio. A jump from 1% to 5% cache misses can result in a 300% increase in task execution time for compute-bound workloads. Schedulers like the Linux CFS use soft affinity, meaning they try to keep a task on the same CPU, but will move it to balance the load. For ultra-low latency, this isn't enough. We must implement hard affinity using system calls like sketch set affinity. This binds a process to specific logical cores. However, hard pinning comes with risks. If you pin too many heavy tasks to the same core, you create a hotspot while other cores sit idle. The architect's challenge is to balance cache warmth with load distribution. In modern systems, we often reserve specific cores, isolated via ISIL CPUs, exclusively for the most latency-critical threads in the stack. Software-level pinning is just the start. Modern Intel processors support RDT, or Resource Director Technology. Specifically, Cache Allocation Technology, or CAT, allows us to hardware partition the L3 cache. Instead of all processes competing for the same 45 megabytes of LLC, we can dedicate 10 megabytes exclusively to our high-priority gold tasks. This prevents best-effort tasks from evicting critical data. CAT uses class of service, or clause masks, to define which cacheways a core can fill. By configuring 12-way associativity masks, we can effectively create a hardware sandbox for our memory-intensive applications, ensuring deterministic performance regardless of background noise. Architects must choose between two strategies: packing and spreading. Spreading distributes tasks across all physical cores to maximize thermal headroom and L1, L2 availability. Packing, however, places tasks on cores that share the same L3 cache, or even the same SMT, hyperthreading, sibling. Packing can improve performance when tasks share a large dataset, as they can pull from the same L3 cache lines. But beware, packing can lead to contention for execution ports. For latency-sensitive workloads, we usually prefer spreading across physical cores, while maintaining packing within a single NUMA socket to avoid the dreaded cross-socket interconnect latency. In multi-socket servers, we deal with NUMA, non-uniform memory access. Each CPU socket has its own local RAM. If a thread on socket 0 accesses memory on socket 1, it must traverse the QPI or UPI interconnect. This remote access adds roughly 40 to 70 nanoseconds of latency compared to local access. A cache-aware scheduler must be NUMA-aware. We use libNUMA or NUMA control to ensure that memory is allocated on the same node where the thread is scheduled. If the scheduler moves a thread to a different NUMA node, the L3 cache becomes your only defense before hitting the slow interconnect, making cache management even more vital in dual-socket systems. Standard schedulers optimize for fairness and throughput, but for high-availability infrastructure, we need cache-aware scheduling. These algorithms track the cache footprint of each task. When the scheduler looks for a core to wake up a task, it calculates a cost function, the cost of moving the task to an idle core versus the cost of waiting for its warm core to become available. If the task's data is large, e.g. 2 megabytes, the migration cost is high. We can tune the sched migration cost NS parameter in Linux to discourage the scheduler from moving tasks too aggressively, effectively trading a bit of load balance for significantly better cache hits. Let's look at a real-world scenario. A high-volume microservice was experiencing P99 latency spikes of 50 milliseconds. Analysis showed high L3 cache miss rates due to frequent context switching between 500 active threads on a 32-core machine. By implementing CPU pinning for the primary request processing threads and using Intel CAT to reserve 25% of the L3 cache for the database driver, the P99 was reduced by 40%. Furthermore, by aligning the network interface card, NIC, interrupts to the same NUMA node as the application, we eliminated cross-socket traffic, resulting in a 15% boost in total throughput. Proper cache control isn't just a micro-optimization, it's a scaling strategy. To wrap up, optimizing task latency through cache control requires a multi-layered approach. First, profile your application to understand its cache footprint. Use perf to monitor LLC misses. Second, utilize hard affinity for your most critical threads to keep caches warm. Third, on supported hardware, use Intel RDT or CAT to partition the shared L3 cache, protecting your goal tasks from noisy neighbors. Finally, always align your threads with your NUMA topology to avoid interconnect bottlenecks. By mastering these CPU-level controls, you ensure your infrastructure remains ultra-scalable and highly available under the most demanding loads. Thank you for your time.